Okay, so that was interesting. We actually had a really good ride. I felt we achieved a lot. I was able to do one of the hardest movements in trot for our test without stirrups, which is huge progress for me and for him. I did, however, fall off, so that was less good. He spooked at a dog and yeah, fell over. But as you can see, we have one tired pony now. Tired pony and tired me, to be fair. You can probably see and hear I'm knackered. So just to quickly show you all of his new tack that we're using, just so you can see that before I take it all off. My phone died, so I didn't get me tacking up, but I'll put that in a later day instead, because we'll do it every day. Is you knocking brushes off? Oh, big shake. Okay, so this is his new bridle. When we come to do the competition, I might put a sparkly brow band on as well, but I think it might clash, to be honest, with having two. But it is a shock mauler. It's a one that's meant to be more anatomic. So it's like cutaway on his nose and cutaway behind his ears. Oh, shaky. It's beautiful though. It's got amazing leather. And it's really comfy for him. It's got a nice pad on the bottom here for his crank nose band, and his flash still, because Archie moves a lot better with a flash. Then we've got my new reins as well, which have been really helpful to me. These are some Carl Hester Fantastic Elastic reins. I don't know if I can get that to zoom to focus. There you go. So they're Carl Hester, and they've got this little this little elastic insert here, which stretches when you pull the reins. So initially it pulls there, and then it pulls on his bit. They're grippy on one side, and then leather on the other. They're a bit too thick for me because I have tiny hands, but you know, compromise. They seem to be working quite well at the moment. Okay, then we've got his saddle that he's always had, his nice custom saddle. It's really gorgeous, it really suits him. We do have this extra strap that we don't need, but we'll just ignore that. Then pretty much the same as previous videos. I love this saddle pad, so as a result you'll see it a lot in all my videos. Then we've got his who's this by? Acavello half pad. He's also got another pad underneath. I've also added now a seat saver for me, mainly just to make me feel a bit more secure because he's very bouncy, but maybe eventually I'll take that off, but I've got it on for now. Again, that's by Acavello. Got a nice little Acavello sign on the back. I have also added a little wobble strap, not really because I want to use it, but just in the occasions when I'm about to fall off. Sometimes this can help me pull myself back to centre, whilst I'm still getting used to riding without stirrups, because my balance is pretty rubbish, not gonna lie. Okay, then boots wise, we actually are using different boots now. I love the Professional's Choice sport boots. They are by far my favourite, but my mum powered washed them with a power washer and they completely disintegrated, and my new pair is on back order with the lady from the Western shop. She's a lovely lady, she's getting them from America for me, but for the time being we went to Sydney Free in Cirencester. And we decided that these are probably the best option, like temporary option for him, because I want boots on all four legs, because being a little bit elderly, it does help him. They're not as supportive, but they are very protective still. and they are fairly supportive. They're better than nothing, so that's what we're going for at the moment. Okay. Okay, so found a hat. Important equestrian life hack so you don't look like a mess. We're totally untacked. Usually this time of year, well, up until this point this year, I have always just put his wicking rug on and then waited for him to dry off a bit before brushing out the sweat. But because actually it's quite warm today, I think we're gonna have a bath for the first time in a while. So yeah, watch this space. Bath time. Okay, so because it's still not super warm, I don't want to use cold water, entirely cold water on Archie. So what I'm going to do is we have a kettle down here for this exact reason. So I'm going to fill it up with some water, and then I'm just going to put this water into a bucket of cold water just to warm it up a little bit. So that's enough. Okay, so that's not got all of the sweat off, but it's helped a lot. I've realised also how dirty his coat really is. We're going to have a proper wash one of the days this week when it's fairly warm, but we'll just see how these things go. I try not to plan too much, just because of the weather and my health. I never really know quite what we're going to be capable of each day, but we'll see. So he's now a little bit wet, so we're going to just go grab his cooler and his leg wraps. So these are amazing. A lady in Wimbledon Village Stables put me onto the leg wraps. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, well before I knew about Archie. And I actually bought them, well, they were given to me as a present by a family member, by my aunt and uncle. That was not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. But we haven't really used them that much until this year. And when I was at Olympia, flies everywhere, flies are out. I spoke to the lady at Thermotex and we managed to get a blanket to go with it. Initially I had a burgundy one, but it turned out it was way too small for this Mr. Arch, so I sent it back, and they were very understanding, absolutely brilliant company. Just got me to send it back, and they sent me my new one in the post, and this one actually matches our legs wrap colours, so you know, it worked out well in the end. Us all kitted out. He's cooling down in his nice Thermotex gear. Looks so smart, don't you? Yes, so smart. I also started on his tail. I've done a little bit on this side. The side is still very unruly, but I've started on this side. So what I'm going to do, whilst he just cools off a bit, I think, is put away all of his tack.